We will begin, just like we began the conference, hearing from Jeff. Just take a moment.
As above, so below. We spoke of the wash of love. We spoke of energy. Energy cannot be destroyed. It can only be transformed. And on the other side is the wash of love. That is what greets us all when we transform from the planet. We're always busy in that department. Sometimes it happens quickly. And it happens unexpectedly. If there's grief here, well, as above, so below. When transference is rapid, unexpected, and sometimes it appears too soon. As Onarian, we say, we are together. We are together in purpose, although we all speak in our unique voices, do we not? The wash of love awaits us all. Who do you think we are? Would you like to see us? Turn to your left. Turn to your right. Look into the eyes of the people that are next to you. Please, look into the eyes of the people that are next to you right now. Look at them and say, I see you. And so you see us. There are lofty beings being channeled here, and we are humbled. Not by these lofty beings, but by you. Many above are preparing now to be below. You have their gratitude because you are making this planet better. Every one of the channels has been affected by your gratitude. These are beings who are quite used to being with higher vibrational beings. And yet you affect us with your gratitude. Now, think about that for the rest of the planet. Your gratitude, your spiritual nature, your higher vibration. What is happening to the world as you radiate your energies outward? We want you to think about that now. Because the love that Source is in you. And is powerful in you. But things get in the way of it, don't they? Things slow your love down. Things get in the way of the radiating of your light. but don't stop radiating your light. Imagine that your heart is a source of light. Image that right now. It doesn't just shine straight out of your chest. It shines in every direction, on everyone. Do that now. Do that tomorrow. Do that in a month. Consciously radiate love out of your heart. When you're with people, radiate love. Because you never know when that's the last time they'll be able to feel love here on the planet Earth. Until the next time, of course. And there's always a next time. We promise. And so you are love. And do you want to know who we are? We are you. Do you want to be closer to us? Begin to think of us less as guides, less as angels, less as somebody that needs to be bowed down to, and more as companions, more as the people that are sitting right next to you right now, because we are next to you, and you are next to us. You have the gratitude of the beings in heaven. You have our love, and you are love. Live in peace, practice peace, pursue peace, seek peace, and enjoy this life, because it's a good planet to be on.
I am that I am. Adamus, Saint Germain. In honor to you, I will stand, and I will also keep it very short. If you already haven't noticed, there's a big, big elephant in the room. Not just the one that was on the screen before, but a big purple elephant with little wings. And it's been here the whole time. I'm surprised nobody's noticed it. Nobody's talked about it. It's big. It's purple. And it's about to come down. Let me explain. I'm here on this stage with 11 of my esteemed colleagues, high vibration entities from all around the cosmos. Myself, an ascended master, self-appointed, of course. It's the only way you can be an ascended master. They didn't tell you that. And here we are talking to you, giving you words of wisdom, some advice, some counsel, love and support. But there's something wrong here. Something very, very wrong. The next time I show up for a gathering like this, I don't want to see entities or ascended masters on the stage. I want to see you. Enlightened beings. Enlightened humans who have allowed their divinity, who have allowed their vibration, who have integrated every part of themselves through self-love, through bringing back all the fragments back home. The next time we gather together, I want to see enlightened humans on this stage. And I think ultimately each and every one of you want to see enlightened humans. The humans who are the channelers here, amazing humans. They take on a lot of responsibility, a lot of energy. But next time, let's have enlightened humans, you, on this stage, telling others who sit in these chairs what it was like to allow your enlightenment. Enlightened humans sitting here saying, it is real. It can be done. It's the Atlantean dream that we've all dreamt of. It's time. I want you, humans, telling the other humans that it is possible. The entities will be standing in the background. We'll be floating in the background. We'll be here because it takes that balance of human and the cosmic, of the human and the high vibration, to bring it all together. But in these chairs, holding this microphone, the human. That's the pink elephant in the room. That's what each and every one of these beautiful entities desires and hopes for. That is my dream as well. With that, dear friends, now comes your time. When we gather again like this, it'll be you up here, sharing your love, your stories, and your enlightenment. Blessings. I am Adamus, in service to you.
I speak now not as a channel, but as a human oracle, to remind you that we do not need interceding spirits. Thank you, Jeff. That channeling was an important bridge between us and our divinity. But when we move away from anything that comes between us, whether it was priests and religions in the past or spirits, they are our guides, they aren't our leaders. And so, to remind you that all the wealth of wisdom isn't out there. They say that heaven has many mansions, and we think it's a place we go to, and we get in one nice room or another. But the mansion is us. We are heaven's mansion. We are the greatest temples. And so I ask you to not wait for grace or wisdom to descend, but feel it arise. So go into that beautiful heart, the Holy of Holies of your temple. And the way you feel grace, it doesn't come with words. The best description of grace is sweetness. Feel that sweetness, that nectar, and give birth to you as the most beautiful temples of the Holy Spirit, the most living, radiant examples of God. And perhaps when you look in that temple, there's little dust and there's dark things that you hadn't seen before. Sometimes we approach those dark things with our shields and our swords. But what I found is the best way to approach the darkness, those boxes that are in your temple that have been denied so long, is your innocence. So in that temple, feel that sweet innocence. You don't need to slay dragons or fix anything that's broken. Those dark things are just fears. And fears are just your ego's resistance to losing control. So in that temple, with your sweet innocence and the beautiful pillar of light, I hope you can all feel it. Feel those dark things and those dusty things simply diminishing in the brilliance of your truth. And real truth is empty. It has no words. But as you get used to this room in your temple in you, the truth will have words, it will have pictures, it will have guidance, and it'll have guests and tea parties. The masters will come, as the Jeffs before me said, as your companions. The only one who should be on a pedestal in your mansion and your temple is you. And from those pedestals, we've already risen out of the density. For the density, do you ever wonder what the density is? It's not any other element. It's not darkness. Perhaps it's dark, but darkness is just condensed light. And as you embrace the darkness, whatever it is, with that sweet innocence, the darkness gives way to the brightest light you've ever seen. Because if it's your darkness, it's been holding tight your beautiful light. Thank you for being the amazing pillars of light that we see. This world is in the best hands it's ever been in. Blessings.
Beloved ones, we greet thee again. And it is indeed a great honor to be with you in this moment of your time. We wish to remind you of few simple things that we said to you in your yesterday, for they may benefit you in the way that you create your reality moment by moment. And so if you remember, the first was, thank you, bring me more. A conscious way of creating. The gratitude first, thank you. And then bring me more, because existence is abundant and wants you to live that abundance. We ask you to use these words as we have shared them, because there is an energetic that goes with them. Rather than thank you, I want more of that. No, thank you, bring me more. Because as we all use the same phrase, we are creating a vast energetic. Share it with your friends when you know it is working for you. Share it with the groups that you guide. The other was catch yourself in judgment and change it. Do not judge yourself, particularly yourself. Do not judge others. Do not judge situations. Start appreciating what is. Because when you love what is, it continues to change. So, that was the reminder. It has been wonderful these days. So many have stood on this stage and looked out and said, wow, we see your light, so much light. When we look out right now, we look at you and we see hundreds of gray-haired people. And we wish to honor you because it has been difficult. There are some in this audience who have not been here this time around so long. Those under 30, few of them. They are supported by the work that you have done. You have done much. Perhaps you do not even realize how your individual, personal experiences have changed the energetic of this planet. We honor you. Beloved ones, we invite you simply to close your eyes for a moment. Feel yourself present in the body, and each one of you just asking for the energy of the earth, the energy of Gaia, to come up into your body, into your energy field, just inviting the earth to support you. Feel the earth responding. Yes. Asking inside, each one of you asking for the Stargate to intensify the 12th dimensional energy that is here in the room. We call for a strong 12th dimensional energy field in this space. And as you relax into this energy, as you have experienced before, it allows you to become more sensitive. So really relax into this 12th dimensional energetic. You have heard in different ways that you are all masters. You are all vast, experiencing a temporary limitation. And so, for a few moments, we would like you to experience a taste of the grandeur that you truly are. And so we are going to invite each one of you to ask inside with great feeling. Just ask inside for the presence of your higher self or your soul, however you care to name it, to bring your energy here, right now, into this body for a moment. Just feel. Can you feel already the energy changing? Invite it closer. Feeling for a moment the grandeur of who you are. Feel this. Invite it closer. This is you. Feel your vastness coming to acknowledge you just for a moment. Invite it more. Invite it into the humanness. Invite it into the depth of this humanness. Feel yourself. This is who you truly are. We invite you to remember who you are. To invite this connection to get stronger and stronger. The hard work is over if you can allow it to be over. As we have said to you, relax and allow. The energies have changed. You have heard all of us saying this to you. The hard work is over. What you imagine you create. Imagine ease and grace. Focus on ease and grace. You are creators. Ease and grace. Beloved ones, we love thee and we bless thee. We honor thee. And we will talk to you again very soon.
Take a breath, but don't move from the space you sit. And if you move into the body. When we came yesterday, the first thing we asked you is, would you be in agreement with us to know yourself? And you said yes. Then we asked you to, with the eyes that see and the ears that hear, to see that hummingbird and then change its color and then allow it to become the orange dragonfly. And many of you did. We asked you with the ears that hear to begin to listen to the next word and the next sentence and begin to know yourself. For me, Jim Self, that name came with the body. This is a challenging space, and yet it is a very amazing space that I stand. Because the request was from Lord Michael and Lord Melchizedek and Lord Metatron. Vibrational frequencies that were not seen in the New Age. Not seen in the New Age. They came to create an imprint. They asked you, do you wish to know yourself? And you said yes. They placed before you an imprint that said, this is the shifting consciousness that you are and have always been, but are about to become a spiritually conscious being in a human physical form. Then last evening, Yeshua and El Moria came before you and asked you to have for yourself. Begin to allow yourself to have. You were requested yesterday to begin to move from many of those vibrational feelings that you know, judgment and doubt, and begin to step into those vibrations of certainty, capable, personal power, graciousness from the heart. And they placed before you an imprint of love in the light of the Creator. But where I stand at this minute is a challenging place for me because I usually am relatively low-key. They have stepped back. They are not standing in this configuration as they presented themselves yesterday. Because they wanted to have you see what a conscious, spiritual being standing in a human form looks like as a reflection to you. That's a challenging thing for me to say, because that's not my style. There is another entity that wished to come before you. The New Age is closing. Many of you light workers have been astonishing at accomplishing what you came to do. You came to hold the light for a time that would come. And you did it with great challenge and at great peril in many ways. And you were exceptionally successful. You were told yesterday we have 3 messages. And the first was, you are big, you are important, and you are very significant. In this consciousness that is coming, it is not a place for you to any longer hold the light. You are now being requested to be the light. So in that wonderful energy that was just set before me, would you take a breath? Would you close your eyes, and without thinking, no thinking, would you simply be the vibration of the word reverence? It's held within the sanctuary of the heart. In that sanctuary, there is a single flame of light, the living light of the Creator. It was requested that I stand before you as a conscious spiritual being in a human form, and tell you that there is no longer that above and so below. There is now only one. There is an essence that you know of, but have not experienced to date in a physical form. So would you be in that sanctuary? Be one with yourself. Close your eyes. In that vibration of reverence, in a moment of silence, would you allow the Holy Spirit that you will know in every facet, in the consciousness that you are about to step into, would you invite this essence into the sacred heart, anchored within the flame of the living light of the Creator? And would you hear in the background yourself as soul? This is who I am. With the slightest of smiles from within the heart, would you simply say, I like me? Blessings.
Good evening. Nobody here? Good evening, thank you. Whew. I could see all the bodies and the spirits, but they didn't have a voice.
I have a voice right here in my microphone. But understand this thing. They call me Kryon. That's K-I-R-A-E-L. Get him? E-L. What a beautiful light you are. They call me Kryon because why? They said, my medium said one day, he said, Master Kryon, where are you from? And I said, what does the difference make? He said, well, people ask me every day. They say, where is he from? Is he from the angel world? Because he got the EL, right? I said, I did. Yes, I did. So I told him one day, I said, you know where I'm from? I'm a place that where you find the guardians of developing societies. And he said, oh, you're a god. I said, oh, stop it. Guardians of developing societies. We're all guardians. This is a guardian developing. My friend Lee Carroll over there, he's a big-time guardian. But understand this thing. My medium gets a lot of things wrong. But for the most part, he's really, really right. He stopped at the breakfast place this morning. And I wanted to see what he was going to do because I knew it was going to happen. He walked into this breakfast place. And the owner's sitting behind the cash register thing. And the owner says, oh, God bless you. You healed me. My back is perfect. And my mediums didn't even recognize him. But that's not my medium's fault, because he had changed so much since his back surgery process. But understand this thing. My medium was completely touched behind the hood. People standing around going, what's he do? What's he do? What's he do? You wouldn't get the mediums. He wanted to get into the restaurant right now. So then he gets in, has a beautiful meal, and he comes down here to this beautiful cabaret place here. It's a beautiful place, isn't it? Comes in there, and the lady's standing there, and she's got a crutch, some kind of a crutch on her side. And she comes towards him, and she says to him, oh, Kao, I'm blessed because I'm still here because of you. And my medium just said, whoa, wait a minute. I didn't do anything. I just healed you, that's all. But you see, that's my medium. So I'm going to brag about him just a little bit. But not brag about him, I'm going to tell you the truth. He's one of the most prolific healers on the planet today. Now, how do I know this? Because I can count the people out here right now that have been touched by him this last few days. And if you don't feel it, you will before long. You'll feel the pressure going through your body process because he's touched you. And that's not a bad deal, right? I'd call him a guardian, is what I'd call him. But he wouldn't have any part of that. He's Mr. Shy. Well, I can tell you this. He's shy because he now knows what he's doing. Because he came here with Mr. Carroll down here, and Mr. Carroll presented him on the stage as a medium. And I kept telling him, you're not a medium, you're the healer. But I was only telling him. But now I don't have to tell him anymore because he now knows. He is the healer. I have been watching over this whole parade of beautiful, magical people. I'm so touched by every one of their energies. Every one of you is absolutely a guardian of developing societies. That's why you're on the stage and you haven't got up to the stage yet. But understand this thing. They're still simply human beings. When you recognize their humanity, then they'll be guardians of developing societies. Because understand this as well. That's the only thing they've got to offer to you. They've got to offer a little bit more healing. So as I look at the ones that have already spoken and those that are about to speaking after me, I want you to know this. every one of them has been healing, haven't you? But understand this, the healing she's done is minuscule to what you're going to do. Because each and every one of you is a healer in your own right. And when you get to this great clarity of all times, then you'll understand how you can heal. Or the medium, he can teach you how to breathe. He can teach you how to poke the body. He can do all of those things he can teach you, but you all know the real truth. Your brother, your elder brother. You call him Jesus, but he's just your elder brother, you know that. Because all of you came from the same identical place that he came from. Not one of you slipped into the cracks of the woods. You're all beautiful beings of light. Oh, he made a big fuss of himself, you know. They killed him for that one, didn't they, right? I look out over this room right here. There's so many beautiful witches out there. Oh yeah. Here. They said, I heard your whoosh. I understand you. I know you're witches. But the good witches, the ones that doctors, when the doctors weren't there to do the healings, you stepped up and you stepped before them and you said, I can heal you. And you whispered something in their ear, just a little whisper. And you didn't know what it meant to that person. But there's no secrets over here. But understand this thing. The witches, the doctors, all of you. You've got to be aware of what I'm saying to you right this very second. As a guardian of developing societies, I'm not a god. I'm just another being like your elder brother. And understand this as well. As long as you keep coming, the medium will keep healing. And as long as he keeps healing, we have a little better place today than we had yesterday. And tomorrow, when you go out into the world, if you just take your love and open it up for you, and take one of the deep prana breaths, that's all you can do. And you say to your friend, or your neighbor, or the guy who's driving your taxi cab, may I be blessed, whatever you want to bless, but be blessed. And that's what I say to everybody. The Creator's love, you know what it looks like. It's the same particles of golden light that you're going to breathe in. Because we never came here without Him. And we'll never stay without Him. We'll always be part of this God Creator. And the Creator force, like all good guardians, is only here because of you. So I tell you, if this doesn't touch your heart, then I don't know what else I could say. You are all the Creator. And we in the guidance world, we know it. We love you more than you could ever love us. God bless you, and good evening.
I am the wisdom of the feminine divine, in honor of the wisdom of the masculine divine. Reminding you that we are all channels, learning to channel more of who we are. Comfortable, are you? In this place, the energies, the coherence continues to build. We greet you in that resonance of unconditional, infinite love. We remind each one of you that you are like this beautiful tuning fork, a resonance of wholeness. Indeed, in these times of change, the word wellness has become quite popular, has it not? You see it everywhere. Now we would invite that you continue to express, to resonate, to share that energy of wholeness. And perhaps you will see the word wholeness everywhere as you see the word wellness. Would you like that? It is the energy of your wholeness to bring that through to your daily life, to be more and more of who you are, that brings about the energy of holiness. Holiness in your daily life, in the details of all that you are and all that you do. Is that possible? It is your practice. Do you remember? What is the secret of mastery? Do you remember? What is it? Think of all that you know to be mastery. And then we ask you to practice it. Each one of you is a resonance of the feminine divine and the masculine divine within you. Can you feel it? And so let us share the resonance. Let us come into this. If you would, you may repeat, you may bring through the energy. I am the wisdom of the feminine divine. In honor of the wisdom of the masculine divine. I am the wisdom of the masculine divine. In honor of the wisdom of the feminine divine. Each one of us resonating that energy of wholeness in our own unique way. And as we do this, we create a coherence that brings forth the anchoring of the energy of infinite love. Electrical, alive, powerful, transforming. We will say that again and again, encourage you again and again to come into that empowerment of flexibility, softness. It is strength. Do you know that? Strength comes in many forms. So now, yesterday, much to our delight, we invited each one of you to speak the name that you understand, that holds the resonance for you when you channel. In that time, we said to you, this brings us great joy, for it is the manifesting of what it means for each of us to bring together our puzzle piece of wholeness. You see, as the channel has shown, there was a time we said, let us become individuals. And you hold this piece, and you hold that piece, and you hold this piece, and you hold that piece. And when we meet, we will bring them together. We will play this marvelous game. And then we will remember once again who we are in the energy of our wholeness. Do you remember that? Finally, in this state, with the energies that have been set to this point, throughout all of these days together, the resonance of coherence says, bring forth your piece of the puzzle. Bring it together and let us remember more of who we are. Are you willing to do that? Then if you would please, as we did yesterday, bring forth your I am presence and give it the name that you use when you channel more of who you are. I am, and let's hear you. Remembering one another, honoring one another, coming together to build the new ways It is wonderful to feel good. It is wonderful to know that there is more to you than you can see. And in this comes empowerment, strength, and the ability to co-create the new ways. We are co-creators. Always we have encouraged respect, honor, understanding, compassion. What more would you encourage with one another to bring forth the energy of wholeness and coherence in this room and beyond? Speak up, let us hear you. What do you offer? Gratitude, love, kindness, humility, compassion. And breathe and bring through more of this resonance of wholeness. Bring it into your daily life. Honor one another and co-create the new ways. You are evolutionaries. Evolutionaries. Are you ready to make the waves of the evolutionary? Are you sure? Then we ask you this. Once again, we will ask you to say, I am. And this time we ask you to give the given name you have in this life. You ready? Instead of a Christ, instead of a Buddha, instead of any other name you can think of, in this moment, to align with all the resonance of all those beautiful names, please say your name. I am. Say it again. I am. Oh my God, I am. And the names that mean so much to you, continue to use those. But we ask you to bring into that alignment the resonance of who you are in your everyday life all the time. For it is in that unity we greet one another, we honor one another for the work that has been done, that will continue to be done. So much more to come. And who are you saying yes to? Do you say yes? To who? Yourself. And then to one another. We're in it together. We are indeed family of humanity, evolutionaries. There's much to be done when you choose to take part. Bring as much of your being as you can to the party. Indeed, together let us affirm, and so I am, and so I am. In the energy of infinite love, infinite beings, never forget.
Greetings, dear ones. I am the keeper of time, and I am here this day to help you remember, to help you put back some of the pieces of yourselves that you have lost on your journey. And here you sit amongst the masters, not just the masters on the stage, but you sitting there, for you have gone the long journey. You have played the game of pretending to be the human, putting on that veil, forgetting where you came from, so that you could play the game and evolve yourselves. Well, we have a question for you. Do you believe in magic? So do we. And that is why I have come in as the keeper of time. For I wish to take you back in time and explain a little bit about magic itself. For it too, as long as it's just the same as all of your human attributes, evolves as you do. If you go back into your early scriptures, you can see that there was so much magic. Turning water to wine. And not just those of the masters, but many beings performed magic regularly as part of their essence. Many times they were simply trying to show themselves as being somehow better than others. And the magic itself has fairly gone away. You have representations of it. You have your magic tricks. You have the energy around it, and all of you know it in your heart. So much so that when you actually see a magic trick this day, you want it to be real. That is your calling. That is what you have set into motion, each and every one of you. And even today, as most of the magic has gone in the way that you would think, the reality is there is now practical magic. And that is what all of you reach for as you start to move into the next level of your existence. What would it be if you could walk with all the wisdom that you had gained over many lifetimes? What would that be like for you? Would you call that magic? The magic is real, dear ones. It will be reinstituted and reactivated in every being, one to one. So why does none reach for magic today? Why do none of you reach beyond your knowing your own belief systems, your own understandings? Well, we tell you, you will. You'll have those opportunities very briefly and very quickly. And in those moments where that opportunity arises, we ask you to step forward. But you are human. You have egos you must deal with. You have a sense of self and an idea of what you look like to everyone else. So one of the greatest deals is not looking foolish. Oh, we ask you, please step into it. Dare to look foolish. Dare to go out and make mistakes. For that is what you came to earth for. That is the beauty that you hold before you. Now, what if we told you it was not possible to make a mistake? What if we guaranteed you that if you step forward into your own practical magic, that you would never fail? We give you that, dear ones. For that is absolutely true in this new energy. You cannot fail. And we would appreciate it if you would stop trying so hard. Greetings, dear ones, and thank you for being who you are. Aspava, I am the keeper of time.
Beloved Masters, before you came into this carnation in this, what we like to call sub-universe, we gave you a golden promise. There were many of you as starseeds who were lined up waiting to make this journey. to come down through the density further than any other soul fragments or sacred triads had come. There were some conditions. First of all, we wiped out by divine dispensation some of the negative energy that you carried. Some of those things that you needed to resolve, but you brought the most important things that you had to resolve. Those things that you had carried for so long, those overlays. And we even showed you what you would have to experience. And as you looked down, you said, I can do that. And so you began your journey of incarnation, back and forth. Each time you went back, you drew a certain amount of your God seed atom power. And it depended on what mission you had decided to experience. Sometime it might be a very simple lifetime. Maybe you were a shepherd or a farmer. Or maybe you wanted to enjoy nature and just be with Mother Earth and the elements. And so maybe you only drew 5,000 watts of your God seed power. And so how did you use that? Were you reverent of the earth? Did you bring joy? Or was it a difficult time for you, the interaction, the karmic drama that you chose? When you went back, you reviewed it. There was no judgment. You just thought, I can do better. And then maybe one time, it was time for a very important, dramatic lifetime. Maybe it was a time when much was going to happen, and you wanted to be there. So you drew 10,000 watts. You came in very powerful, dynamic. You had many talents. How did you use those? Were you very rich, very wealthy? Did you squander it? Or did you use it and share it and bring it and show others how the abundance should flow? Or did you hoard it? And then you went back again and you reviewed. But this lifetime, we ask you to go down into the third dimension, into those areas of strife and strain. Not where you belonged. Oh no, not where you belonged. But where you picked the lineage and you picked the circumstances where you could do the most good, where you could bring all of those parts of the things that you have created in many lifetimes, you could bring them together and you could lift them up. So you see, the difference was you drew just a small portion, perhaps, at the level that you incarnated. But the golden promise was that you could draw forth as much as you could embody. So as you began to open your heart, as you began to listen to your soul, as you began to draw forth the wisdom and tap into your divinity, your mind, you have what is called the life cord. You've heard of that. That silver cord, or it was really a lot more than just a thin silver cord, but that's what it became as it became narrow, as you sank down deeper and deeper. And you had a consciousness cord, and you had a creative cord. And those had to be activated because they were proportionate to the God seed light power, the atoms that you brought forth. So you began to use your mind, you began to search, you began to open your heart, you began to open your mind, you began to seek to balance and harmonize your subconscious mind. All of those things that you had taken literally became your truth, that became your boundaries, that became your prison. And you began to release those, and you began to love them free, those fragments that were out there, that were entangled. And you began to draw them forth and to embody them. until you reached that level where you activated this solar power center. In that time, it was your solar plexus that was your power center, and you began that push-pull dance. Instead of getting the power, the light from the divinity of who you are, you were trying to tap into other people's energy. And so you began this dance. You began this dance with each other. And then you learned to cut those cords, to take back your sovereignty, and to bless and give all of those who were in that cosmic dance with you back their sovereignty as well. So that now you are drawing your own light power, your own divine creator particles of light, and they're flowing through you, and as you breathe them in, you activate your sacred heart and your sacred mind and all of those magnificent parts that are in those memory seed atoms. You have these power sources within your body that are called chakras, and they begin to radiate and they begin to glow, and you begin to send out this wondrous energy that is you. You, the sun, the sunlight of God. That is the golden promise. As much as you can embody, as much as you can use, as much as you can share, there's more. You are moving into a new infinity portal. You are the center. What is your future going to be? The past is being healed. You stand in the center of a new evolutionary cycle of infinity. And we are here with you every step of the way to guide, protect, inspire, and direct you. But you must walk the path. Know that we love you most profoundly. I am the Archangel Michael, and I bring you these truths. And so it is.
Greetings, dear ones. We enter within a vector of unconditional love, a vector created in this space by your energies. Masters, just as you are in a unique geological power point that is, in essence, a crucible. Within that crucible, all that does not serve you is brought to the surface. And this has been known about Sedona for many years. It is the perfect, imbalanced energy, one that brings to the surface all that is unresolved. Dear ones, we tell you that in 2015, you are in kind in an astrological crucible. Look around the planet. Look at the turmoil in the Middle East. Look at the surfacing of inequality within the United States. Dear ones, we tell you that nothing happens on the planet that is not planned to happen. You are in an extraordinary astrological crucible in which all unresolved energies must surface. And it is surfacing. Racial inequalities, religious issues. Masters, these must come to the surface in order to be resolved. For we tell you a better time is coming. But you must have the strength to face what is happening. Masters, we tell you that the turmoil in the Middle East that is coming to a head must be resolved for the golden age that is to come. The Abrahamic religions, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, must resolve their differences in order for the new age, in order for the golden age to come. So do not think that all of the violence, the bloodshed, the hatred, the cries for equality that are surfacing now do not have a silver lining. All unresolved energies must be surfaced in order to be faced, in order to be resolved. Masters, life on the earth plane can be difficult, and that is a great truth. All that is unresolved must be resolved. All of the obstacles must be met. And masters, it is only through facing your obstacles that you're able to transcend them. Dear humans, it is very often when you find yourself in a state of conundrum that you rise to your greatest level of growth. And that is what the University of Duality is about. Never forget that the University of Duality is a purposed illusion. It feels real because it must feel real, otherwise you would not learn. 2012 was not an end, it was a beginning. You have more tools to face your issues, but action is required. All of these unresolved issues must be resolved. And masters, we tell you that humanity en masse are calling for that better day. And we tell you that there is a new 2012 coming, and that is 2038. After 2038, a new light will appear. It will be the third return of the Christos energies. You are many generations away from humanity's ascension, but it is on track. Masters, never give up hope, because everything that is happening for a purpose. And when your physical life comes to an end and you rise so high that the blue becomes a black, and you look down among the stars, you will see that there was a reason for everything. I am Tiburon of Crystalline Services, and I share with you this truth.
So it is good day to you, eh? So you are the masters, you are the channelers, you are the ones we have been waiting for. You are the light, you are the dark, you are the above, and you are the below. You are the truth, you are the presence, you are the known presence, you are... Did you get that yet? Have you heard it all? You must... Oh, are symbols. That means it's sacred, yes? You see, dearest ones, you have already done the hardest part, yes? You showed up. You were willing to be the difference. And you look quite good. So tell the person next to you how good they look. And thank them for showing up. Because they are a part of your divine reality. Thank you for showing up too, huh? Whew. Masters all around us. That you are. We know you have been told over and over and over again how much you are, how much you are loved, how bright your light is, how the sunglasses come out every time we look at you. And yet, for some reason, we still have to remind you. So just stop it. Stop playing that game. You are not small. You know you are not. You are this planet's light. Everywhere you touch is this planet's light. You beings of light here, you shine so bright. You are around the globe. These beings of light here, you shine so bright. You are around the globe. You see, we get tired of telling you so often. We get tired of saying it over and over again. Put your hand on your heart. I love myself. I love myself. I am a light plucker. Whatever. Just get it. Stop playing that old game just because it became a habit. Habits are just to be changed, yes? Transformed. So your light can be what it is, dearest one. You are the reason we are here. We are the reason you are here. That has many meanings to it, don't you think? But when you think of the mass of energy that this spot on the planet is evoking right now, the love, the light, the presence, we honor the family that somehow sacrificed their energy to bring an awakening of some sort. We honor the thunder gods that reigned for the first time ever in history here in Sedona on that day, and then it hailed. It was a hail of a time, eh? You see, dearest ones, change is all upon you. Change. If you want it to stay the same, then stop it. It's not going to. Thank goodness. You were born into a miracle. Even though some of you thought, can I have do-overs again? Can I pick some different parents? But we are here to tell you that now you are using every single gift that you ever received from your life to this date. You are using every single particle. So we want to give you an assignment. You thought we were just going to tell you how wonderful you are. Well, they all did that. We want you to go home tonight, or go back to your hotel or your resort or your car, wherever you happen to be staying. And we want you to grab a piece of paper or something to write with, whatever it may be, and we want you to make a list of everything that you are really good at. everything that you really love about yourself. Everything. Oh, I've got good hair. Oh, I've got big eyes. Oh, I've got good tatas. Oh, well, you had to open the heart chakras just a bit more, don't you think? Oh, I've got all these wonderful gifts. I speak with people well. I can sing. I can play an instrument. I am compassionate. I listen to people. Whatever. Write it all down. The longer the list, the better the list. And then when you run out of that list and turn the paper over and do it again, then we want you to, tomorrow, oh yes, the assignment goes on. We want you to ask your friends, what is it that they see in you? What is it that they really love about you? What is it that they feel you're really good at? And be sure that they write it down so you can listen. So you can read it over when that little portion of your brain starts talking to you and says, what do you think you're doing here? And then we want you to ask a stranger. Now that takes cojones. Ask a stranger. Or ask someone here that you have met that you don't know much about. What is it that they see in you? We see you. And we love it. We see you. And we know that you are a gift to all you encounter. So we're going to stop telling you, because we want you to just know it. Know it in your heart. Know it in your cells. Know it in every particle of your being. And when you forget it, call up someone on your paper and ask them to remind you. We are in community together. We are all one. When we have pain, you have pain. When you have joy, we have joy. When you have light, you get the idea. Please, dearest ones, we love you more than you can possibly imagine. We are your greatest cheerleader. We are your cheerleader too. And we are excited to be here with the big boys and big girls. We're getting bigger all the time and getting smaller. Because you see, we are here for you, and you are here for love. Trust who you are, and you will live and know how to live. Namaste.
Greetings, dear ones. I'm Kryon of Magnetic Service. Greetings, self-appointed masters. I couldn't help but notice you're all wearing medals. I hereby make an announcement. You've all passed from mediums to large. Laughter, celebration. Do you feel it? It opens the heart. It opens the heart. There can be nothing better than that. It's a pathway to the soul. You relax. You say things you would not normally say. Beauty is enhanced. No more teaching. Goodbyes are difficult, and you may say, this is a goodbye. You may look at this and this event and these who are here, and there would be wisdom, and you would understand you'll never see it again. Not really. Not like this. Not exactly like this. The assemblage here of souls, light workers, won't ever be exactly like this. Therefore, this is a unique event in the history of the planet, and you have participated. And there would be those who would say, when can we capture this in such a way that we can revisit this energy? What technology are we going to have that would allow such a thing? And of course, the answer is you already have it. There is no goodbye. I want to tell you something. The teachers on this stage have said that there is no time, that all is in the now. And they're right. It is a circle, a beautiful circle. Did you understand, dear ones, if you believe in past lives, did you understand the circle? Your one soul has been with you each time. Your best friend, your higher self, has participated in every single one. Therefore, it is the circle of life, and you continue coming back not as another soul, but as the same one. Did you understand that there is a linearity of humanism? There always has to be a beginning, there always has to be an end. Whether it's your life or the pair of socks you're wearing, there is a beginning and an end. Everything you have. There's no such thing in your vocabulary as something with no beginning. You're linear. All this to say, the energy that you feel right now is capturable and will never go away. On this stage, it has been said, you cannot destroy energy, it simply transforms. Therefore, I say to you, there is no goodbye. The energy that is now is with you forever. You can recall it anytime you wish. It's a circle in your consciousness. That which you have felt in these days that you have loved and would love to recreate, you can do if you wish. There are no goodbyes. It's impossible. When you leave the place now, I want you to hold all of us in such a way that you can recall it at any time you wish. You can touch your heart if you wish, or not. And think of us. And remember this moment. Capture it now. That's the reason we're here. Not so that you would come again and see it again, want it again, but so you'd be satisfied that you have it and you're going to take it home. This is all for now, but it's quite enough. And so it is.